Welcome to the Midnight Madness Show. I am Mark, the DJ Doctor. Once again, we're coming to you live. Isn't that how we say it, Brian? Live.
That's it.
All right, great.
If you want it, however you want to put it, that sounds good to me.
Little Gomer Pyle there.
There's it, by golly.
Shazam, it sounds like a real show.
I mean, you said it right before the show that we're going to have to do different
I didn't know
voices
he
for
could
the
do
show.
Gomer Pyle.
He did it good.
Well, golly.
Oh, man. Now, can you sing like, Gomer Pyle?
What does he saying?
Never mind.
Like an opera.
Yeah, big baritone voice. All right, I am Mark the DJ Doctor. As I said, I'm going to go ahead and introduce the cast of criminals here. We got to my right. Should I call you your new name?
Yeah, go ahead.
Studley Do Right.
Oh, good Lord.
Oh, man. That's just so wrong. Studley Do Right.
Can we take a vote?
I think we ought to.
I'll vote twice against that.
Yeah. Well, anyways, that is Jason Adams to our right. How you doing, Jason?
I'm doing great, sir.
Studley Do Right. STD. I think we can come up with something.
That works.
Wait. My vote.
I think we
Change my vote.
We got your new name, all right. Yeah. Good call, Jason.
So how you been doing, STD?
Yeah. All righty. So, James, you got any new nicknames for yourself?
Right over there.
Don't worry about that open sore. It'll be fine
That
in the morning.
explains all the scratching.
I do not.
You're still the songwriter, the lyric man, right?
Yes.
Okay, nothing new.
I've got a few choice names for you.
Nobody's asking.
It's a family show.
You can mute that microphone now, Brian.
And then to James is right. We have Princess Diva. You haven't changed your name yet, have you?
I keep trying. You guys
Keep
won't
trying.
let me.
We won't let you. Rebecca, how you doing?
Doing absolutely awesome.
Good. And then we got Brian, the IT guru, back there. How you doing, Brian?
I'm doing good. Can't hear myself for some reason, but, that
We-
don't matter.
we
I'm
hear
sure
you loud
nobody
and
wants to
clear.
hear me.
We
Yeah,
hear you.
y'all can hear me, but I don't
I'm
hear
just
myself.
eating.
By golly.
And then in the house, we got our resident picture taker, Miss Cindy Lamka. How you doing, Cindy?
Woo-hoo.
We got to come up with a nickname
Just
for
waving
her.
hi. Oh,
Photo
yeah.
op or photo
Let's see.
something. You know.
Snapper.
Oh,
So I'm thinking taking pictures.
Hey, Snapper,
Hi.
did you get a shot of STD over here?
This show, every week, within the first
We-
minute,
the first
it goes
show-
down.
we lost
When
control.
we first started, it was a family.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was that when the music was
I have,
Yeah,
I,
that
have
was
I have apologized already numerously to our guest today already. We haven't even got her introduced yet, but
the one that's squealing out of the parking lot?
the one that's leaving, yeah,
She left.
packed her guitar and ran. No, we got a resident photographer. We're going to call her, Cindy tonight, just so you get that straight.
There we go.
And then we have our other resident guru, Larry Z, as we affectionately call him, Uncle Larry. How you doing, Larry?
I think I'm doing good, Mark.
All right.
Who's not
I thought
sure?
that was Ed Weiner.
Oh, man. So anybody that's still out there still listening to us, we want to thank you for tuning into the show.
Both
Boy.
of you in Japan, we appreciate you listening.
Yeah, they need subtitles, though. We have to subtitle all this on our video, I think, on the YouTube
That's the only
page.
reason they're still listening. They don't have a clue what we just said.
They're laughing and going, oh, them American boys, they're funny. They're really funny. We love you guys really, really much. So,
Now they're saying, oh, they're making fun of us. Let's tune out.
yeah,
Did you notice Brian's Japanese sounds like a Mexican?
he's
Hey, they're
multicultural.
making fun of us. Aren't they?
He's multicultural.
My name's Mr. Miyagi, Chico.
Let's put a tourniquet on the bleeding and let's
Hey, we have a guest. We ought to be proud of that.
we have a guest. We're pretty excited. Let's go
shut
ahead and
up.
turn this over to the hillbilly heartthrob, as I'm going to call him, because we've known him Zat for the last year plus.
Let her rip,
When
STD.
he moves to Michigan, he can be Studley Do Right all he wants to. He'll be near the Canadian border anyways. So, also, who do we got as our musical guest tonight? There, hillbilly.
This is a great artist we ran into up at Dan McGinnis.
Mm-hmm.
Camille Rae.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm a little under the weather, but I'm good.
Well, we're prepared for you because we had MP3s and you brought a CD, but you got your guitar. You're going to rough it out as long as you
I'm
can.
going to try, yeah. I'll see what we can come out
Okay,
with.
well, why don't you go ahead and kick off a song for us, and then we're going to go ahead and find out who you are.
All right.
I just told you who she was.
Oh, I forgot.
They remember a time when they had a chance for their love to grow, but they passed it up with a glance, and they think about what could have been when the lights go out and no one can listen in, but they know that they can't go back, and their lives are set on this chosen life track, where they sit in the dark and they dream of the days that the sun never set on the breeze, never played with her hair as it tickled her nose and it fell in her face. And they dream of the days when they ran in the rain, and he toast to the day with a glass of champagne. Just because she was there, he could swear she was his saving grace. So the dreams of the could-have-beens that they know are the should-have-beens disappear when the new day begins. The situation is strange. They're aware that they would only be together if they could go back. They don't regret their lives or the choices they've made, but every now and then their minds travel to that place where they sit in the dark and they dream of the days that the sun never set on the breeze, never played with her hair as it tickled her nose and it fell in her face. And they dream of the days when they ran in the rain, and he toast to the day with a glass of champagne. Just because she was there, he could swear she was his saving grace. So they wake up each morning and take on the day, and nobody would ever guess they felt this way. And they've kept it a secret this long, and they always will. So the dreams of the could-have-beens that they know are the should-have-beens disappear when the new day begins.
There we go. I got to say, if I could sing like that, I would want to be sick year round. That's ridiculous. That song is good, and your voice don't sound sick at all. My
Well,
goodness.
thank you.
Well, if you could sing like that, you'd hit very high notes.
I'd be fine with it. Good grief.
We met this young lady, and again, I didn't actually get a chance to get to meet you and shake your hand.
We heard her
and
sing.
But yeah, James and I sat in the back and got to watch her play. And again, we go many
I
times.
got lucky enough to share the stage with her.
Rebecca got
Oh,
to-
I'm sorry. Rebecca and Nathan were there too,
Larry
and
got to
Larry,
hear it.
And Larry. Thanks,
And-
Larry.
and Cindy was there. Cindy was there too. So-
Everyone was there.
all right, everybody in the room but my wife was there. I'm sorry. But this guy was the only one that got to actually go up and meet you and
He
introduce
played in the
himself.
round with me.
Well, I got lucky
Yep.
enough to share the stage with her. That's
Yep.
We would have
So-
talked
Are we-
to you,
are we
but
so
we were eating fried
surprised?
pickles.
Oh, that's more
So
important.
we
Definitely.
we go to a lot of these things and we see a lot of great talent out there. There's sometimes those ones, and I think Rebecca can attest to this. I went, she's got something, and
Yes, your voice caught all of
she
our
stood
attention.
Yeah,
out.
we were all like, ah.
And it was your dynamics. You shut your eyes. You got into the music, and as a musician myself, I like that because that means you're not just playing the music, you're feeling it, and you're trying to channel it through. And that came across real big there that night, and that's why I thought this girl's really good. And we really like her, and that's when Jason goes, Yeah, I'm gonna do a round with her. I'll go talk to her. You know, doing his best stud muffin up there. So, so I just want to say you did a great job
It's
that
just
night.
hard being this sexy.
Hey, anytime you can sing well enough to shut Rebecca up, you've done something. She doesn't say much on the radio, but down there, I mean, you put a little beer in her hand, she's pretty happy.
Wow.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So let's get to
I
find
wasn't
out.
there.
You weren't even there. Yeah. We want to get to know Camille a little bit. Where are you from originally?
I'm from Mount Vernon, Kentucky.
Mount Vernon, Kentucky.
Yep.
Now, where's that in regards to, like, Louisville?
It's in Kentucky.
Okay,
Other side of the
so
state.
everyone knows where Lexington is. It's about 50 miles south of Lexington.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a really small little place. Renfro Valley. Some people
You heard of that?
have heard of that. It's kind of country music, Kentucky, I guess.
She's
What
from the
size
neck
of
of the
town
woods.
is that?
Huh?
Oh, how big a town are you from?
Oh, it's pretty small. I'd say maybe about 10,000 people. Or
Okay,
pretty
about the
small.
same size as Manchester then.
Yeah.
She's from the area that I lived at, that I did collections at, that we talk about stories all the time.
Oh, okay.
Not on the air, of course.
No, no. And names to be deleted, as we go along. So, and from up your neck of the woods, then
Yeah.
where you were at for a
Yeah.
while, around Corbin and up in
She's
there.
above Corbin in London. You said, well, one
yeah,
exit
like
above
one
London.
exit above
Yeah.
London, yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, cool. So, what got you down to Nashville area? Was it because of the music, or was it a job transfer?
It's
or?
actually a long story.
She was a bootlegger.
Yeah,
A bootlegger.
that's exactly right. You got it
Yeah.
right. I don't even have to tell a story. I started out as a teacher. I taught high school choir and drama for 3 years. Then I moved with my husband to Canada, Vancouver, Canada,
That's where she said
Long way.
Smyrna, eh?
Smyrna, yeah.
Yeah, she's from Smyrna, eh?
and did some musical theater there. And then I went to Vancouver and did more live music. Got back into the live music scene, and I've always wanted to come to Nashville, so it was a really opportune time to do that. So I decided to move myself down, and I found a roommate, a friend from high school, and my husband's in Italy studying, so we're both doing our thing
Is
kind
he
of.
going to be a chef?
Wow.
Because I'd like to try Italian food. I love Italian food.
No, he's going to be like a professor, but he's a
Okay.
pretty good
Nice.
cook, so
Well, cool. So he's in Italy.
yes.
Does he know you're on tonight?
He does, but the time difference is so crazy, I don't know if he'll be listening or not.
Like Japan's 9 hours ahead of us, and they were listening. But yeah, how far ahead is he?
He's 7.
7 hours. Okay,
Yeah.
well he could still be listening. He just got to get up early in the morning.
So he's in Italy. You're here. Did y'all just need your space?
No, we just
Wow. You
Just
don't
good.
have to answer any question you don't want to.
it's career stuff. So
How long have you been here?
this makes almost 2 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
So we caught you right at when you first got here
Yeah.
then.
Yeah. Right when
Wow, she flew in. We just
nap.
on that fast. Well,
Yeah.
Well,
good.
that's
Well,
what
hey,
Jason
Jay.
does. He just
That's
stocks
what.
them, stocks them, bags them before they even know what they're getting into.
Yeah. Now, are you going to be gone during Halloween? No, you're going to be around town still.
He's already wearing his costume, though, just in case he misses us.
Yeah.
I heard a question, or not a question, but
Yeah.
someone said they saw a picture of you with a mullet, and you're mowing the lawn.
No, it wasn't. I said picture, Jason, and I mean, if you can, that was a different album.
Oh, okay, okay.
I was just comparing.
You're thinking about.
He was so confused. He was trying to image hair.
Oh, I actually had a mullet in high school.
He's like, wait a second now. There you have several pictures of me mowing the yard in my underwear.
Well, I don't remember me having a mullet at the time. You
I had a
confused me.
mullet and a perm actually at one time.
Oh,
Wow.
I can't even.
Hey, I'd shave my head too if I had both of those things.
Wow.
I actually had 3 perms that I remember.
At the same time, a mullet and a perm.
A perm
A perm
mullet.
mullet?
Yes.
A permy mullet.
Per mullet. Per mullet.
Per mullet.
I'll bring you a picture.
Wow.
What's bad is none of them were in style when he had them.
Yeah.
I bet you had a twig too at one time in your life, didn't you? You know, that
Twig?
little- that little fad.
The
It's a
rat
rat
tail.
tail.
Rat tail?
that's it,
Rat
yeah.
tail.
Get it right.
No,
get it
I
right.
never had a rat tail.
Braided and like, yeah.
That thing was
Okay.
like in style for what, a week and a half, or
That's still in style here. When you talk
Oh man.
I wanted to grow a long enough hair, like I actually braided at one time, but I couldn't do it.
All right, so back to the
Hey, we've got a guess.
I got myself that microphone again with the bad cord on it, or the bad end on it. But let's get Camilla to do another song real quick, and
Hey,
then
real quick, tell us the story about that last song
Oh.
let's do that.
and what
Well,
the title of it was.
It's called When the New Day Begins. it's not. I've been trying to write songs here lately that's not necessarily personal to me, but I think there's a lot of songs that focus on the early 20-somethings and the teenagers, but not a lot of songs that focus on like adults, like
Yes.
in relationships, dealing with everyday things and memories of their younger years. So I like to connect with people in their 30s, you know, because it seems like they're
Bless
forgotten
you.
about. So yeah, it's just a song that I thought about one night. Not really personal, but yeah, those lost loves, I guess.
I'm having a technical difficulty with my microphone. I'm going to have to give me one of the Mr. microphones.
Well, tell us what the next song's going to be.
Okay, I'm gonna try it. I could totally like bomb it out because it's a powerhouse, but I'm gonna try it anyway. It's called Nowhere, and it's kind of a girl power man hater song.
Woohoo!
Well, we're all for that.
Hey, we're excited about it already.
Wow, this is my favorite one.
You're gonna
All
pitch
right.
it to Lifetime Channel?
Very well, yeah. Thought about it. Okay, it's called Nowhere.
I'm the kind of girl who immediately looks past the cocky attitude and vanity. I'm looking for a man who won't waste my time, cause I ain't got time to spare. I'm the kind of girl who sees right through all the little games you play where I always lose. I'm throwing in the towel, I'm tired of these games. Why can't things be fair? In this game of love and war, in a world where we're always one more. These games I refuse to play. Tired of compromise, this time I want it my way. I don't want your drama, save it for your mama. I can tell you don't play fair. In this game that leads nowhere. I'm the kind of girl who don't need much, just a little bit of loving and a gentle touch. I guess I was wrong when I thought that wasn't too much to ask. I'm the kind of girl who won't wait around for something that may or may not go down. You better make your move, the sand is running out of my hourglass. In this game of love and war, in a world where we're always one more. These games I refuse to play. Tired of compromise, this time I want it my way. I don't want your drama, save it for your mama. I can tell you don't play fair. In this game that leads nowhere. Nowhere. I can see your smile from across the room, and boy, you turn my head. But don't think that mouth of pearly whites are gonna land me in your bed. Cause if there were levels to this game, I'd be on the last. You better be part of my future, or you're already in my past. In this game of love and war, in a world where we're always one more. These games I refuse to play. Tired of compromise, this time I want it my way. I don't want your drama, save it for your mama. I can tell you don't play fair. In this game that leads nowhere. 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 I don't want your drama, save it for your mama. I can tell you don't play fair. In this game that leads nowhere.
Thank you.
That was great.
James, I counted about 7 chords in that, which you got us beat.
Was she having beat? Because she's sick, and I mean, half them notes that she sang, you ain't ever hit them.
But I've tried.
You tried.
So how long have you been playing?
I've been playing. It's kind of embarrassing because I don't know a lot more than I did when I started, but about 15 years. Oh. But my voice is my focus, so
Right.
I accompany myself mostly. Tried to play in a band the other night, and it was like, I'm overwhelmed. But so, yeah.
What got you into writing?
Well, I took lessons when I was actually, my grandmother, she used to babysit me when I was little, and she found a song that I wrote when I was like 9. I don't remember writing it, but it was pretty good. So I guess I've been writing songs for longer than I thought, but I remember writing my first song about 12, and it was my first guitar lesson. So I learned 3 chords, and I went home and started writing. So it was just something I always wanted to do, and it's a good way for, to let all the emotions out. And so, like I said, I've always been an emotional songwriter. Now I'm trying to write about things that aren't necessarily happening to me, but empathize, I guess. So,
Right.
yeah.
Nice.
Well, that's pretty cool.
So, do you come from a musical family background? Mom, dad, grandpa?
My family, like distant family, have always been like bluegrass band kind of stuff. But my aunt sings in church. She's got a really nice alto voice. So we mesh. She's almost actually a tenor in some cases. So we do a lot of duets together, soprano, tenor stuff. And my dad has an amazing voice. He's a man's man, and he doesn't sing a lot, so I have to beg him. But his voice is just gorgeous, like Gaither vocal band tenor, just beautiful. Yeah. So my family's pretty musical. My sister can sing. She sings when she wants, but yeah, pretty musical family, I guess.
That's good. So, who's some of your inspirations? Who do you... If we went up to your car and we looked into your CD player, what would we find first?
Oh, well. To be honest, I've been listening to a lot of pop lately because I was on the West Coast. But as far as country music goes, I would have to say Martina McBride, like powerhouse, redhead.
Right. Yeah.
All my inspirations are redheaded, it seems.
Really?
I used to sing a lot of Winona when I was little. Yeah. Trying to think if there's anyone else. Oh, there's a jazz singer from the 20s, Betsy Smith. Have you ever heard of her?
Can't say I know that one.
African American lady. She started writing writing and singing songs that were like controversial to the time, like stuff that you don't sing about, and
Right.
she kind of brought that about, and it was an inspiration to me as far as writing goes and connecting with people. So
Well, good.
wasn't popular in her time, but of course now she is. So
Well, you're in Nashville. You're living in Nashville now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you playing there often, or?
yeah, as often as I can. I'm a music teacher, vocal instructor, or private instructor now. So I'm working for a couple of schools giving voice lessons. And
Can you say where that's at so you can help the cause?
of course. Murfreesboro Voice Lessons, also Forrest York Guitars in Murfreesboro.
Okay.
They're taking new students. I'm taking new students.
There you
And the School of Rock in Nashville just opened up a branch. So, and it's really, really awesome program there they have. So yeah, and I've been working at a petting farm for the past month, giving
petting
tours. Isn't that interesting? Yes.
Huh.
Lucky lad. And they're open until Friday. So come pet the animals.
Jason used to work at a petting farm, and people would feed him, and
Oh.
right.
Now I'm starving.
They paid us to get out. You know. Please help us get out of
People
here.
come and they close down, and here he is.
Exactly. Well, great.
You all are going to miss me when I'm gone.
You keep
yeah.
saying that.
Yeah. So
We're looking forward to trying.
hold the day. So let's make that quick announcement while we got that chance. Let her get a chance to get a drink of water. And I'm sorry.
Are we interrupting your
Is that
phone call?
Obama calling? I'm sorry. The website still ain't working. Oh, sorry. It's coming this Friday.
Yes.
Coming this Friday. Friday at a theater near you. On
Friday
the
night
first.
at midnight.
Yeah, at
Dun-dun-dun.
midnight. A true midnight madness.
They're going to be in
Featuring-
here spouting off words like you've never heard on this
It's going
station.
to sound like a bunch of sailors.
I'm sure.
Well, what it's going to be is tonight's the last official Midnight Madness show with Jason sitting in the room with us. Oh, man, didn't that sound good for a second there?
Yeah.
Can we rerun that, what I just said that? So we're going to give Jason a big boot here on Friday night. We're going to do a roast. Like you see the old Dean Martin roast.
We're going to stick an apple in his mouth.
Yeah, we're actually cooking them. But so we're going to do a roast, and that's going to be this Friday, and it's going to be a real Midnight Madness show. So the songwriters, the people that want to come out for the songwriting, that's our normal songwriter night, come out 6 to 9, and then it gives us 3 hours to get geared up and, some of these
the
people
worst
liquored
thing,
up.
The worst liquored up.
some of them are going to.
The worst thing is you've got my family involved in this now too.
No, the worst thing is you got your family involved. I didn't invite any of them.
Like I'm telling you, I've been working on this.
Oh,
And
that's what the
enjoyed-
whole manila folder
I've
is in front of you, I'm sure.
enjoyed- Oh no, it's confidential. It's at the house. I've enjoyed every minute of it.
I'm sure you have.
I got a feeling it's going to be just wonderful.
do, we
So
have, do we have a time limit on each person, or are we just going to go at it?
on us, we're going to go at it. He's
Okay,
got
good.
10 seconds.
Okay.
So
I've
at the
only
end
got
of
10
that,
second
you got
rebuttal?
10 seconds, yes. That's all you got.
Oh, that's nasty.
Hey, it's just the way it goes. We set the rules. So
But
anyways,
technically, I'm not.
so
Just think about it, though. After he's gone, the table will stay steady all night long.
yes, yeah,
There will not be any funky smells at every show.
no,
After
no.
some weird sounds from that side of the table.
That side, yeah.
That's Mark, not me.
No.
No, we know where it's at. Let me tell you a real quick story on Jason. Saturday night, we had this little cookout at my friend Bard's house, right? And the kids were inside, and he said, well, I want to play y'all a song real quick. And about the time his kids came out, he goes, but it's not one they can hear. So we're like, oh, kids, go back inside because we didn't want him to hear them to hear this song. And he plays this song, and it was bad. Okay.
Bard did.
No,
Oh,
Jason.
Jason. Okay.
STD here. And as soon as it was over, Bard went in to tell the kids, well, you can come back outside now. And he said, it's just your dad was playing a song that you guys aren't supposed to hear. And they said, oh, was it about, what was the name of it?
Barnacle Bill.
Yeah,
the
was
Sailor.
it about Barnacle Bill the Sailor? They already knew the song. He sings it to them all the time, evidently. And we were trying to keep them, from being, polluted.
More so for your daughter, not mine. My kids have heard it.
Hey, I walked in one day, my daughter, she didn't know I'd walked in the house, and she had like some rap song going on the TV, and she knew every word to it, which I was really kind of surprised, but a lot of those words she's not supposed to know. And I just kind of stood there behind her. She's dancing and everything.
Listen, this is the most protective guy I've ever seen over a daughter. I feel sorry for
It's
her.
my job.
I can see the expression
She
on his
turns her
face.
head in a different direction, and the next thing you know, James is sitting right in front of her. What are you looking at?
My job is not to let any boys near her.
I don't think you're gonna
I
have a problem
understand
with
that
that.
feeling. Trust me.
I see jail time in James' future.
I'm telling you.
Probably from Fam Jam.
Yeah, we just about had it on Fam Jam,
Yeah,
didn't we?
if you hadn't have sent him away, I probably would have gone
Yeah, I
to jail.
stepped up and told him he needed to go, and he needs to go now.
I could have helped him leave.
Yeah.
Actually,
The beautiful part about
I'd
it, he
already-
actually stood there and wanted to eyeball me. He wanted to eyeball me, and I'm like going, what are you looking at? And then the tears started rolling down. I'm like, okay. You just
he tried
need
to
go.
eyeball me, but the grass was kind of right there and where his face was.
So, anyway, let's get back from our Fam Jam.
She's had a drink of water now. Oh,
which
no,
is
we
coming
got to
up-
talk some more. She's had another drink. Let's
Yeah.
talk some more.
Oh well, adults only on Friday at
Yes.
midnight.
Put kiddies to bed.
Unless you're like Jason. And
Unless
parent
you're
your
Jason's kids,
and
then
just,
yeah.
and just listen to it.
They'll probably be here involved in it. Hey, Dad, here's a line we wanted
They'll
to use.
have some of the best ones probably to give
Yeah.
us because they know them better.
Yeah, exactly. So, but that's Friday night. Put the kiddies to bed, as Rebecca said. It should be a hoot. So I'm looking
I'm sure
forward
it
to
will be. And all at my expense.
Absolutely.
But you do realize you can't get rid of me that easily. I'm still going to be around.
But
and
that's
I'm
okay.
still gonna be
The way
bad.
I look at it, it's going to go over so well that we're going to have to do a yearly roast. So we're going to
Jason
invite you
Adams.
at least once
Yeah.
a year to come
He'll be
Come
down.
home and have your roast.
He'll be the only one we ever roast.
I like that. Well, let's
good with
get back
that.
to the talent of the night. Let's get back to Camille. So, You got another song picked out you'd like to play for
I
us?
do. I'll give it a shot. This is the one I tried to play at Dan McGinnis, and I totally forgot the whole last verse.
No,
So-
none of us knew it though. It was great. None of us
Thanks.
caught it.
But this time it will make sense.
I knew it because I was like, that song is not quite finished.
Exactly.
Wait,
Just
did it remind you
hanging
of
there.
yours, or-
Yes, right, man. I kept looking
Wow.
at the ceiling, but I don't know her lyrics, so I couldn't find them.
All right. So this one is called You Know It's True.
It's true.
I come home, wash the dishes, do your laundry, put the kids to bed. You sit there watching TV, never look my way, never turn your head. The storms of life have come through raging, and we're caught in the eye. I know you're tired from all day of work, but for once could you let the winds of life just pass you by? Could you walk through the door, sweep me off my feet, whisper in my ear the things you used to say so sweet? Take the kids to your mama's, take me on a date, give me too much wine, and then stay up making love too late. I don't ask for much, you know it's true. All I want is you. I can hear you now, telling your friends that I'm just a nag, drive you crazy. And sometimes it's true, I won't leave you alone. I call you selfish, I call you lazy, and I'm sorry if I have you thinking that my love for you isn't strong. The truth is I just wanna let go, and darling, you know it's been way too long since you walked through the door, swept me off my feet, whispered in my ear the things you used to say so sweet. Took the keys to your mama's, took me on a date, gave me too much wine, and then stayed up making love too late. I don't ask for much, you know it's true. All I want is you. I don't ask for much, you know it's true. All I want is you.
Great.
So far, I think that's my favorite song.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Well, we were right at Dan McGinnis. She can sing a little bit.
Just a little.
Again, yeah, she stood out.
Yes.
And you were standing, and you would move, and you close your eyes, and and that again, I like it when a musician and a performer, feels their music, and that's obviously. I mean, you're doing the same thing here, even though you're sitting on a stool. You rock back, you shut your eyes, and you can almost see the video, and we can see that you're seeing the video in your head as you're singing it. So that's very good. We like that. So good job.
Other influences besides country.
And you, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know I've had to have influenced her somewhere.
Yeah.
Other influences besides country music. I'd say modern voice Adele.
Oh, yeah.
Good one.
Let's see. Let me think. Oh goodness, my mind is blank. Alicia Keys. I love Alicia Keys. And Whitney Houston, Celine Dion. I love Celine Dion. I used to
She's
sing a
from
lot of her
Canada
songs.
there, eh?
She is.
Yes.
She's from Canada.
The Canadian record,
Yeah.
okay, good.
Do you have any music out if somebody's looking for it or want to hear it?
I have a website, CamilleRae.com. The Rae is spelled R-A-E. And you can go to a Bandcamp link there. It's kind of like an iTunes, but it's through PayPal. But anyway, you can buy my CD online, or you can order it and like through email me, and I will mail you an actual physical CD. It's an EP, 5-song EP. I've actually not sang any of the songs on it, but I can, or we can play it because my voice is getting a little bit raspier as we go. I mean, some people like that, but
We want to see how far it'll go.
how far
We want to see when it finally just gives out,
That's right.
if you get that look in the headlights. If you want to pick a song off the CD, we'll play that next.
Okay.
Why don't you give Brian a heads up, give him an idea what song you'd like to hear off that, and he can kind of get it ready for us.
Okay. Let's do number 2, Dial Tone.
Dial tone, number 2.
It's kind of a full produced sound, so it's a little different. So.
Okay.
Nowadays, kids are like, dial tone, what is that?
I know.
Oh yeah, true.
James was just telling about a story about a rotary phone.
Rotary phone, yeah.
Yeah, people are going, what is that?
I don't get it.
Yeah, that's the not too distant past. That was
Before long,
happening.
they'll be like, you got a cell phone with buttons. What's that?
Yeah, I still like the one where they have Jerry Jones, the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, multi-billionaire, sit up there in his multi-billion-dollar complex, and they show him on the phone, and he has a flip phone like mine. Mm-hmm. Guy should have like a satellite link up to
He should have
NASA.
somebody else calling for him.
Did you see he had a guy cleaning his own glasses? And they were caught on, was it Monday Night Football with the Broncos? It was caught, and the guy was cleaning his glasses, and he would hand the guy the glasses. The guys would clean them off and hand them back to him.
Did you see who one of the coaches is for the Dallas Cowboys, though? Derek Dooley. So
Oh, really?
Dallas is screwed for the rest of the year. I mean.
Wow. That's it.
I thought he was at Taco Bell working, but evidently after he got fired from UT, he picked up right up with the Dallas Cowboys.
His career. So, Brian, do we have that song ready to go?
Sure.
Okay.
That's all the sports for now.
Why don't you go ahead and give us a little insight about this song? We'll play it.
Okay. This is about. Well, I focused on like my younger sister. She's in her early 20s, and she's finally found a good guy, but she had a lot of jerks there, and we all do, right? All the girls have jerks. So you're waiting on them to call forever and ever by the phone, and then you realize, I don't have to do this. This is stupid. So this is about kind of, not waiting around on a guy and just taking it in your own
theme
hands.
here? The man hater song.
Sorry, it goes over well. It
Because
goes
we're
over
surrounded
well.
by
Works.
men. I'm
Rebecca's
loving
Rebecca's
everything.
lost. She's never waited on a guy.
Yeah.
Never
Okay.
waited on a
Well,
guy.
Brian, whenever you're ready, go ahead and fire up that one.
I've been sitting here waiting on you to call. I've been sitting here, but why am I sitting here at all? You get my hopes up, then you drag me down. I'm stuck on this merry-go-round. Got me sitting here waiting on you. that I gotta stand up and let you go. I gotta stand up and tell you no. I gotta stand up and let you go. I gotta stand up and tell you no. And all you're gonna hear from me is this dead dial tone. This dead dial tone, yeah.
All right, we're back. Wonderful song. Great job. I like that full production. So was that a band that you hired, or is that a
No,
studio?
actually, I worked with a songwriting duo called The Vehicle in Canada, in Vancouver, Canada, and I did a lot of demo singing for them. So a trade up that they did my EP for me, my first EP,
That's cool.
and that's computer, mostly computer. Yeah, computer.
Boy, that sounds a whole lot better than what was done with my computer.
Well, it sounded good. It was a total different change from what we heard you play tonight and what we heard you play at Dan McGinnis. It was kind of more upbeat, more rock.
Right.
I thought it sounded good.
I
like that little, it sounded a little heavy metal there at the very beginning. I'm like going, boy, this is different, but vocals stood out again.
I like the background vocals in there, like a different, sound like kind of yelling or something in the back.
Get closer to the mic.
It would sound like
And then he whispers when he gets up there.
It's like working with the
Debbie's
memory
gonna
handicap.
kill us all.
Debbie Champion, we get mad at you.
That's right.
So, and we want to say thanks to Debbie Champion. We're still going up there. I shouldn't say we're. Brian is still going up there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Brian.
Me.
He's going
Only me.
He's going up there. And I know it's the NFL season, and tell Debbie.
Hey,
as
you
soon
know
as
what?
it's
It's
done.
NFL season for me too, but you know what?
You're not big enough to watch the games.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
They have TVs up there.
Yeah, it's not the same. I can't
Uh-huh.
scream and holler and yell. You know,
Sure you
otherwise
can.
They,
Everybody
yeah,
else does.
they would escort me out of the Commodore. But we want to thank Debbie for allowing us to still coming up there and doing the songwriter night every Sunday night from 7 to 10. And then Brian's always up there a little earlier, so he normally starts the open mic section or the beginning section around 6:30. And you stay for the whole show, even the open mic at the end, right, Brian?
Correct.
Right. So that goes on until
Next.
about 10:30.
This coming Sunday, we'll start. We've been starting at 7, but this coming Sunday we'll be starting at 6:30.
6:30. Okay. And I see Thursday, which is Halloween, that Travis Bolin and B.D. Mooney and Mavis Jackson are going to be up there performing as a trio.
Okay.
So they're going to be up there. So good friends of ours from the show and from Mount Eagle and from Dan McGinnis, Travis Bolin, and B.D. Mooney and Mavis Jackson. If you get a chance, if you haven't seen those guys at the Commodore, and I believe it starts the same during the week, doesn't it, Brian, at 7 o'clock there?
Sure does. Yeah.
I believe
that's this Thursday.
That's this Thursday, Halloween, yeah.
Yep. And they'll have a Halloween contest. So if you go up, wear your Halloween outfit. Jason's
just
already done.
Jason, just be yourself.
I
Yeah.
was waiting
Wow.
for it. I knew it was coming.
Yep, exactly. So speaking of Halloween real quick, and this is a nice segue, coming up this Thursday, 50% or more chance of rain for Halloween, so we're hoping it's going to be the less of that and go on by. But right around 2 o'clock, you can come up to, I believe it's Dedman Park in the amphitheater area up there. That's where they're going to be doing the Safe on the Square. They're not doing it on the square
'Cause it's
this
not
year
safe.
because it's not safe. It's because of all the road construction, and they're going to make the square look really nice, but it's going to be not completed till June or July, they said. So they're going to hold the Safe on the Square kind of down the I don't know. I hope that thing wasn't on when you did that. the camera's doing curly cues up there. But the Safe on the Square, they're going to start from like Dedman Park and work its way down to the amphitheater. But starts around 2, finishes around 5 o'clock. We're going to be doing hot popcorn. So the last 2 years ago was crazy, so I learned my lesson. So we're going to start early and get that going. So come on down there.
If I get a bag of cold popcorn, can I return it for
No.
hot popcorn?
Use it as bird food or something. But we'll be there. Come down there and get your bag of popcorn. And then immediately after that, we're going to have our Halloween party here from 5 o'clock on, 5:30 roughly at the start. Bring the kids out. You get a chance to come over here and trick-or-treat here after they did the thing up there off the square. We'll send you over to the fire department because they can do a little haunted house over at the fire department, and then they have a lot of candy over there. We'll have some candy over here. Anybody that wants to come out and jam that night, the stage is open. My drum set's all covered up in cobwebs and stuff, but come on out and jam. So we're looking forward to that. So
Cold still. Quit moving.
Can we throw pumpkins at Jason?
It's
I
Halloween.
like that.
We'll go outside.
Can we do that?
I
Can we
think
just
so.
punch you with like little?
If you can find me.
Like we can do a dunking machine without the dunking
Wow.
machine.
At midnight.
We
At
just-
It's real
midnight.
cold.
Oh
Yes.
man,
Ooh, yeah.
Where
that'd
can
be
we get a
really-
dunking machine?
you were
I'm
going
sure we
to.
can find
I
one.
bet I
We
could
just
call
need
the
a
city.
bucket of water.
We
That's
just
all we
need to
need.
make one. It's not that big of a
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah,
Here comes some more YouTube videos, y'all.
yeah, yeah. So.
We can put a
Y'all
ring
are
of-
enjoying
ring of
this
fire.
way too much.
Yes, we are. We are. So, all right. Well, let's get back to the guest. Would you like to do another one live, or would you like to do one on the CD?
I think I can do one live. It's I think
Better than dead.
very true. This one's called
yourself.
"I Need Me," and it's I have a video coming out soon of it. It was filmed in Vancouver, so lots of beaches and pretty stuff going on. Yeah, so I'm pretty. This is probably my favorite one.
No matter how I feel, how you feel is better. No matter what I say, what you say is smarter. And I don't know the words I need to say. No matter where I go, you're always one stride faster. No matter where I turn, you're always one turn further. And I don't know the road I need to take. Is it because you're always in my way? And I need to breathe fresh air sometimes. And I need to feel like this life is mine. I don't need your decisions. I don't need your expertise. I need I need no matter what I think, what you think is deeper. No matter what I see, what you see is clearer. And I can't tell the night from the day. Is it because you're always in my way? My mind tells me to walk away, but my heart is begging for me to stay. And I need to breathe fresh air sometimes. And I need to feel like this life is mine. I don't need your decisions. I don't need your expertise. I need I need me. I need me. No matter how I feel, how you feel is better.
Man, that's a song right there.
Thanks.
I liked it.
I think
It
they all
sounds
have
much
been.
better when I'm not sick.
That sounded pretty good right there. And there wasn't like a weak line in the whole song. I mean, I liked every line in it. That was great.
So, without giving away trade secrets, how do you come about with like your concept for a song? Do you sit down and go, I'm going to write about my experiences, not my experiences, or something just hits you in the head at 3 a.m, you wake up?
A lot of it is just hits me.
Does it?
I've sat down before. Let's see, I'm trying to think. I watched a Cold Case. Remember that show?
Mm-hmm.
And I wrote a song about what happened in the show, just different things. I have sat down and said I'm going to write like a anti-bullying song or something, and I
Right.
do. But most of it's the ideas that come to you, and then just build off that. So.
Okay. Now, do you co-write with other people, or?
I've co-written one song with a really talented writer. She's pretty new to Nashville. Her name's Lori Kelly. I would sing the song tonight, but it's not happening. It's like it's not happening.
Not happening.
Well, we
It's-
were hoping you'd be a little more honest with us and stuff, you know. So.
It's just it's like super powerhouse. So maybe I could do that another time. But
Sure.
but it's a really good song. It's called Love Is All That's Left, and that's really the only co-write I've ever done. And I've tried to co-write before, but you have to have a good dynamic going, and
That's right.
Right.
so it was a really, we both knew what we wanted and came in with ideas, and it just was a really smooth process. So it was a good experience. But
Good. Now, you said earlier you have a website. Is
Yes.
it CamilleRae.com? Or
Camille Rae.
Camille. I'm sorry, Camille Rae.
Everybody likes to call me Camilla.
You know,
Maybe I
and
should
same thing,
change
I'll
it.
be calling you Lee Gibson here in a little bit, too. Or Lee
I'm going to
Greenwood.
call her Smyrna.
Smyrna.
That's
yeah.
where she's from, eh?
Yeah, how about her, eh? So, do you have a Facebook or anything
I
else?
do, yeah. It's under Camille. You can just look up Camille Rae. Rae is spelled R-A-E.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's why I
that's-
couldn't find you earlier, because I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
So-
Are you playing anywhere this weekend or coming up soon? Or?
Thursday, I'm playing in Hotel Indigo at 8 o'clock. And we'll
Is that the
see how
one right
goes.
downtown?
Yeah.
I love that place. It's the
Is
first
there
place I
any
ever
other
got to play it where they parked my car for me.
Ah,
And you guys have seen the car I drive. It was really embarrassing. I had to
So were they driving
James,
it?
they just
put
feel
it
sorry
somewhere
for
where
you.
they'll steal it, okay?
yeah. So
So is that a costume party that you got to go to?
I don't know. I don't know.
That'd be kind of wild. We had the one this weekend we played up here at 41 South. We had a costume party up there.
Did you go to the ferry?
No, I left my wings there at home. Somehow I don't see me ever going as a
He-
ferry.
he
You
couldn't
could.
get a hold
Hey,
of
you got
Jason
the
to
ferry
borrow.
run. I've seen it on video.
What was that? Oh, no. That was my best Steven Seagal run there where he kicks his own butt as he's running. Sorry, Steve. I know Steve listens from time to time because of Charlie Allen.
Yeah.
So, I'm not offending you anyway, Stephen, because he could kick my own butt. But anyways, no.
No, he is. I like
well-
to meet him.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah,
He's
come
so
on.
dissing
Could
me
you come
right
here
now.
and kick
As soon as we
my
got
butt
there,
so
he's like,
Rebecca
"Yeah,
can
I'm
see
in
it."
it. I'd beat the tar out of him."
But I have to say, they had a costume party going on up there, and there were some really creative costumes out. But the one, it didn't win. It should have won first place. They had to be rigged or something. But the Blues Brothers won, and they did a good job. They got out there and they danced, and they did the Blues Brothers thing the whole bit. But the one that should have won, am I not right, Brian?
I don't know. I don't
we
know.
nicknamed it
There
the
was some that I thought should have won, but I don't know if it's the same.
Yeah, yeah. Brian's thinking like a man.
And a little boy's body.
As just odd costumes. We call him the Jack Donkey. This guy came in
Oh,
there.
yeah.
This guy came in there with a costume. Look, what do they call them? Scimitars? Half man, half
I don't
know.
horse. He came in that costume where it was an inflatable back half of an animal, and he's out on the dance floor shaking his butt.
He came
Yep.
in with an inflatable halfback of Jason.
Oh!
And Jason's face right there where the tail was covering it up.
Oh,
Huh.
that is
we,
creative.
we could do my little sound effect with the hee-haws right there. That would get right in there perfect. But, yeah, so that was pretty fun.
Actually, the number one selling costume this year is the Hillbilly Heartthrob.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. At your house, maybe.
Yeah, because it's a Halloween. They're trying to scare everybody.
Yeah. So,
It comes with your own restraining order.
oh, man. Did you just play it, Brian? Did you?
Did I do what? No, I didn't do anything.
Yeah, I thought
didn't-
I heard
didn't-
that going
didn't,
on.
yeah.
Long story about the sound effects. We're sorry. So, let's.
I apologize for all of them.
It's okay.
Well, you got any more gigs this weekend, or is What do you got?
That
planned
is
after that?
well. I have an ongoing gig at Paradise Park for 11 Broadway on
That sounds
Sunday.
like
It's
sounds
from
like a
11 to
trailer park with
2.
Lots of lights.
Yeah,
From
in
11
the
to 2?
day. Yeah, it's an acoustic gig. I have a cajon player, Dave Johnson,
Mhm.
and I do a lot of covers and throw in originals, and it's pretty fun. The game days are pretty big, so there's lots of
Right.
people in on
What's
game
your favorite
days.
cover song to play?
Probably right now,
I don't know
Roar
that
by
one.
Katy Perry.
Roar by Katy
Yeah,
Perry.
I do a lot of pop covers. I'm learning more country as I go.
I don't do very many Katy Perry songs. You do a Kiss the Girl, don't you?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's as close as he could
No,
get
that
to
was.
sing
I think he
about it.
redid his "Kiss the Guy."
And that's Dancing with a
Copenhagen
Man.
Kisses,
Yeah.
yeah.
Copenhagen Kisses, yeah.
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 Again, a story you don't want to get on. It'll scar you. You'll move back to Vancouver and then head right back to Kentucky after you hear that story. But let's go ahead. Do you want to sing another one live or pull one off the CD?
How many more do we have?
Why don't we do 2 more? We'll do this
Okay.
one here. We'll question you a little more and then do another one.
Why don't we do one off the CD next? Let's do. I think it's number 3.
Number 9.
It all comes
Number
back to
9.
you.
It all comes back to you.
This is another fully produced one. It's got a nice steel guitar sound.
This one's dedicated to Jason because every question always comes back to cut down on Jason.
It
and all
does.
comes back
Poor
to
Jason.
you.
I feel sorry for Jason. And
Oh,
I-
he loves it.
He-
He
It's
lives
the only
for it.
attention he gets.
If we didn't do this, he'd feel
Except for
hurt.
when he gets his hair cut, because that's the only way he can get one. is
All
when he
3?
Get his fill up on his arm.
He told me one day, he says, hey, I heard this song the other day while I was getting my hair cut. I'm like, what were you doing in a barber shop? And he's like, well, I heard it while I was, in the chair. I'm like, it must be the shortest song ever. Well, they just put you in there, put the gown on, and brush your head off. Good to go.
Aw.
She's going to feel sorry for you, like one of them little
No,
lost
I'm
puppies.
sure he's got to get his nose hair and his ear hair clipped. Somebody's got to do it.
All right. How are we doing, Brian? Ready to cue that bad boy up? James has lost it there.
That's great.
All right, go ahead anytime.
I haven't seen your face, haven't heard your voice in a long time, but that doesn't seem to matter at all. No matter how much I try to rid you from my mind, it all comes back to you, yeah. It all comes back to you, yeah. If you know me at all, you know I can't remember much, but with you I remember everything. And don't ask me why, oh please don't ask me why. It's just some kind of happiness you bring, and it all comes back to you, yeah. It all comes back to you. And I don't know what you've done, and I don't know what you say, but whatever it may be, you're constantly in my head, and it all comes back to you. It all comes back to you, yeah. There's something about you that's just magnetic. It draws me to your memory. And those eyes, those pretty hazel eyes, I can remember how it felt when you looked at me. And it all comes back to you, yeah. It all comes back to you, yeah. There's 1,000 pictures running through my head of the night we spent together, and there's so many words that that it all comes back to you. Yeah. It all comes back to you. Yeah. And I don't know what you've done, and I don't know what you've said, but whatever it may be, yeah, you're constantly in my head, and it all comes back to you. It all comes back to you. Oh, tell me why it always has to come back to you, back to you, back to you. It always comes back to you, yeah.
Fantastic.
Great.
How old were you when you learned that you had that kind of a voice?
I've been singing since I was 3. So
Came out, she started crying, and then
my mom said I was like singing, like humming melodies before I actually spoke words.
I believe if I had a voice like that, I wouldn't talk to anybody. I'd sing everything.
Well, you know,
The
it's
problem
really,
is right now it all comes out Bob Dylan, you know.
you know, it's
Bob
really
Dylan,
funny
yeah.
because I don't know, I can say things that I can't say
But
in
you can
song.
sing.
Right,
It's
that's
really
why.
strange. So,
Well, your voice is so effortless. Like, it's just effortless.
Smooth.
thanks.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
So I
she's
don't
not
sound
trying.
like what was the song you wanted me to sing? The Mr. Kermit song.
It's
You're a rubber ducky.
No.
You're the one.
no.
Ernie
It's not
a
easy being
bird.
green.
Yeah.
Not easy be green.
I didn't get it when he texted me. I was like, "What? I don't know."
She said
that
she
song.
sounded like a frog in the text message. So I texted her back and said, "Well, you can sing. It's not easy being green."
Yeah, that's why we don't let him do jokes.
Oh, I can't wait for Friday. Anyways. Well, good. Well, it's been a pleasure having you come all the way down, be down here, be part of our guest.
Thanks.
Um,
Pleasure being here.
We can make sure we got pictures on Facebook. Is that correct, Cindy and Cynthia? Yes. Doesn't that sound like the Bobson twins or something? Cindy and Cynthia. I got pictures on Facebook, so you can go to Facebook and go right to WFMC Jams and check that out. Brian's been doing the video, so about an hour after the show, you can go onto our YouTube channel, which is WFMC Jams, and pull it up either under Midnight Madness or under your name,
Okay.
and you can get to watch that and see how it all went, and get to listen to us make our jokes.
You can fast forward through our part and then go back
Okay.
to
Yeah,
you.
just
Good,
go to the
good.
good
Good to
parts,
know.
which is you singing. That'd be great. And then tell all your friends. You know, here's a way you can tell your husband, hey, when you get up tomorrow, you get a chance to go to YouTube, check
Exactly,
me out, so
so-
he can check it out and make comments on there. And we ask for good comments.
Right.
You can have all your friends feel sorry for me too.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
We're so bad for the heartthrob. So yeah, I'm sure we'll get a lot of those on there.
They said he had STDs.
Yeah, we'll probably get some donations for a cure on that. Yeah. Oh, I feel bad. Where do we send a check for that?
I hope
Send
this
it to
doesn't
Mark
offend my
Irish.
grandmother. I said I hope this show doesn't offend my grandmother.
Hey,
Oh no!
don't worry, my mom, I'm a preacher's kid, okay? And my mom was listening one night, and we were just playing some funny songs, passing the guitar around, and my mom calls my phone right as I'm about to start a song, so I just put it on speakerphone and put her on the air, and I was, Mom, you're on the air. Well, I just want to say, I don't like any of those songs y'all been playing. So for the next 2 or 3 months, it was like, okay, Mr. and Miss Bell, if you're listening, please turn your radio dial down for a while. But the problem is my parents are the type of people that you told them to do it, they'll do it, but then they'll stand there next to the computer waiting for you to tell them to turn it back up. But the radio's turned down. 6 hours they stood there one night.
James, that's just their excuse. Not listening.
It worked out. It's like, we won't go there. But again, we want to thank you. It was a pleasure getting to hear you play at Dan McGinnis. And again, you stood out amongst the crowd, and we mentioned that all at that table. Everybody in this room apparently was at that table that night.
No, I was on stage.
Yeah, you were on stage, but we're all in that
Hey,
room
and you were
that
the
night.
best singer on stage at that time.
Yeah.
I was about to say the same thing.
And you're the best singer we've had on stage tonight.
Oh,
Yeah,
Because she's the only one we've had on stage.
you're 2 for 2.
woohoo!
You
So
just gave it away. See, they didn't know they're out there. We
Yeah,
could've
she's
just-
from Kentucky originally. She wouldn't have never got that.
I understand.
Haha.
But
I'm born in
That.
I was born in Kentucky.
And you just now got that.
well, again, we want to thank
Back
you
off.
for putting up with us. I know it's kind of a bunch of goofballs around here. We like to have fun. But again, we got to meet, Camille a little bit. All I know is you hit me in the back and you're about to get hit in the forehead.
It was a bug.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So,
No,
I want to thank you
just
for coming
hit
out.
him.
And we're going to cut the show off before a fight breaks out here in the crowd. But get a chance. Thursday, she's playing. Is that going to be on your Facebook and on your
Yeah,
website? You
I'll
got all your
advertise
dates?
it. Yep.
Find out where she's at. Go check out this young lady. You got CDs for sale. Buy the CDs. Again, we're really glad that the artists and people that come out here and perform. We're just so glad to see them out there. They're blue collar, hard-working people. But it only works if they come out and watch you play.
Hold that still, will you?
Yeah, apparently. It only works if they get to come out and watch you play and buy your CDs and support you. So the people listening, make sure you find out how to get her music, how to purchase it, and then you're close to her, find out where she's playing, and go out and visit her and perform live, have her perform live for you. It's a lot of fun. She's a great talent. Another one of the rising stars that we're glad we get to meet. So I guess with all of us, we're just thankful that you're here.
Well, thanks for having me.
And what we're going to do is we're going to sign off the show real quick. I'm going to throw this microphone across the street. We're going to sign off the show real quick, but we're going to have you hang around. We do pictures and
Okay.
autographs and all that good stuff. In case you want all of our autographs, we'll give that to you. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I want that heartthrob. He's but I'm going to go ahead and close the show unless you guys got anything. It's a bad
You want
chord.
one of us to close the show?
Yeah, let's do that. But with that, we're going to go ahead and close off the show. Next week's guest, let me tell you who next week's guest is. Miss Joy Newby will be here next week.
Boy, newbie.
So with that, I am Mark, the DJ Doctor. We want to thank you all for listening. Y'all have a good night.